Hello, Tycooners! After you watch this video, you are going to know exactly how to download OpenRCT2, integrate your copy of RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 and RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, and you're going to know all about OpenRCT2 and how to play this amazing game. We're going to install the game, we're going to integrate RCT2 with it. I'm going to show you how to get custom objects, how to import parks, how to get plugins, every single thing. So right now, we'll start from the top. Here's what you need first. Steam. Get Steam on your computer. It's free to make an account. You need a place to get RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 and 2. You could get the game on like Amazon or order it online like the actual disc, and you can install it manually. That's kind of a little more work than you probably need to do. You can get it here digitally on Steam. Let me share my screen. So step one is purchase RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. So let's do that really quickly here. We're going to go to the store in Steam. We're going to type RollerCoaster Tycoon. You will need RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 Triple Throw Pack right here. It's $9.99. You're also going to need RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe, $5.99. You're going to buy this one. You're going to buy this one. We've got RCT2 and RCT1 right here. I'm going to start with RCT2 because that's the one that's required to play the game. Once you've purchased it, install it. I'm going to make sure Create Desktop Shortcut is here and Create Start Menu because I'll explain later. But you want to have those checked. We're doing it, guys! We're doing it! Once this is downloaded, we're going to go ahead and install RollerCoaster Tycoon 1. And again, that part's not required. You don't have to have RCT1. But if you want all the the parks from RCT1, it's only $6. Might as well just get it as well. So RCT Deluxe, the old school version. Let's install it. Again, Create Desktop Shortcut. You'll thank me later because you don't want to install it and then have no idea where it is on the computer and have to like go digging for it. So this game is now installed. So you'll see here, both are installed. Now, before you close out of Steam, I want to pull up both File Explorer windows for each of the two games. So let's right click on each one, go to Manage, and Browse Local Files. Now, what this does is it opens up a File Explorer window. It's in the background, but it's here. Keep this up. Just keep it here. Let's click here again. Let's go down to RCT2. Same thing, right-click, Manage, and Browse Local Files. The reason for this is that we're going to need to map these to OpenRCT2, and it's just easier if you have them both open. So here we go. RCT1, RCT2. Whenever it comes time to map, all you do is you click right here on this little manila folder, and that copies the entire file path. You can right-click and copy, or you can do Control-C. Same with this one here. So we'll do that here in a minute. But now it's time boop, to go to the OpenRCT2 website. In our web browser, we're going to go to openrct2.org. And it's beautiful. You should take some time and click around here and learn about it. But we're going to go to the Downloads folder. So here on the Downloads page, there's a few different kind of versions you can download. I actually recommend going to just the Releases section, and let's just download the most recent one. You would have to come back, as far as I know, to this website to get the next one. Although the launcher may prompt a download once that's out. I'm not quite sure. Let's go ahead and download the most recent, 0.4.6, and it's going to give you the different types of downloads. I am Windows x64 installer. If you're 32-bit, go to this one, but don't be 32-bit. It's going to give us a file here, and let's click Open File, and we're going to minimize this window, the browser window here. This is our setup. Click on Next. Got the license agreement. Click I agree, click next, leave all this checked. It's all, click on next here. Now this, you can choose where you want it to be installed. You can leave it at its default state, but before you press next, make sure you know where it is, because if you lose the icon and you got to find it, it's going to be easier if you know where it is. I'm actually going to browse to a specific place. I have a whole other hard drive for games, so make sure you know where it is, okay? You can call it whatever you want. OpenRCT2. Click Next. Click Install. It's going to do its thing. You'll notice that while it's installing, it just put the icon on your taskbar. I recommend right-clicking and just doing pin to taskbar. Now you got it here on the taskbar. Let's do run. Click finish. All right, now you'll see this message here that looks scary. It's not scary. It's by design. We need the files from the original RCT2. Well, we've got them, baby. We got them right here. So click OK. Now it's going to ask you to select the location where RCT2 is installed. You can navigate there manually or copy and paste. So much easier. Remember what I said? You click on this manila folder. It all lights up. Right-click, copy. Then here, actually, no, here, I'm sorry. Up here on the top, just right-click, paste. And then hit enter. And here you go. You're in Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. This is the folder. You click on Select Folder. Hey! We got it! All right. And cool thing is whenever there's a new update, it gives you the change log. Right here you can read about, what's going on here. And it looks like these are all the new, bug fixes and features that have just come out for this version. And the cool thing is you get to see, okay, this next one's in development, 4.7. So whenever it comes out, we'll get some new stuff. It's so cool. And now let's just close it out, make sure it's working okay. We don't need this anymore. This is the RCT2 file path. We can close out that bad boy. And, ooh, look, it's got a desktop shortcut here, and here's the taskbar. Here it comes. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and map RollerCoaster Tycoon 1. This next part's optional. You don't have to do it, but I think you should because you want to play the old parks, right? Let's go to options here in the top right. Let's actually make this smaller so we can see both. So we'll press options in the top right. Here in the options menu, we're going to go to the little wrench. Press that. Down here where it says path to RCT1 installation, you're going to click on this kind of empty rectangle. It's going to give you another File Explorer window. We have the other RCT1 directory, the file path here. Just click on this little manila folder again, remember. Right-click, copy. Then we come to this one where we're selecting, right-click and paste. And then before you do anything else, hit enter. Then it flips you to the folder. Select folder. You'll see a little message here that says it'll take effect after we close the game. Let's hit the X. Oh boy. Okay, and there we go. We got Forest Frontiers, Dynamite Dunes, all the old school parks, and all the expansions. Corkscrew Follies, Loopy Landscapes, Wacky Worlds, Time Twisters. You can read. I don't have to read them for you. You got all the parks here. Oh, and really quickly, you got everything here, and then I also really quickly want to show you how to unlock all these parks. So, back to options, press here, and we're going to go to the little Helter Skelter here, spiral slide, click here. You want to uncheck progressive unlocking. That means that everything is unlocked immediately. So when you go to start a new game, you have everything. Let's start with Forest Frontiers. And I'm going to go through all of the settings, and we're going to optimize this game for you, make sure that you have all the right settings and kind of preferences so that you can get the most out of this game. So let's go to through that right now. So we're going to go to the little disc up here, options, and let's do it. First, screen mode. Okay, this is pretty standard. Hopefully don't have to explain this, but windowed is the way to go because then you can minimize it like this, and you can do other things. You can multitask, whatever, while you're playing the game. Now, scale factor, it defaults to 1. This is, you'll notice it's a little bit zoomed out, like kind of further out from what you're probably used to in the original RCT and RCT2. I like to go into about 125 or even 150 as like the default, just because it feels more, it's more familiar to me. This feels better. And you might notice that it's a little bit kind of fuzzy and blurry. If you do punch in, make sure you change, honestly, I would do this either way. You want to go here and change your drawing engine to OpenGL. Now, you might need to make sure you've got a computer that can handle this, and graphics and resources and all that, because it will likely require more of your computer. So if you got the hardware, give it a try. You'll notice that it resets here, but now it's very, very crisp and clear. So these are kind of linked together. So make sure you find a setting that works well for you. I am going to be honest, I don't touch any of this, but go through it if you like. I have no idea why I would need to know the frames per second. So I don't touch these. Cool thing though is you can hover your mouse and it gives you a little description. This enables frame tweening. So if you want to do some frame tweening, click on this. Now we're going to go to the little tree. Landscape smoothing. I'm not sure what that is. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Oh, actually, maybe it does something over here. Whoa, that's kind of cool. So this keeps it smooth and kind of rounded. This makes it more... That's interesting. Grid lines on landscape. Obviously, this turns on the grids if you want that to be on. It's off by default. Display text on your banners. So let's go to the Forest Frontiers sign here. This will show it, all caps or lowercase. And you can do what you want. I think it's fine to leave it lowercase. This you really want. Show guest purchases as an animation. Please turn this on. It's beautiful whenever you have a lot of people buying stuff. It's so satisfying. Transparent background for giant screenshots. Please turn this on. It's really cool. Let me show you something. Let's say I want to take a screenshot, like a big one for like Reddit or whatever. Click on the little cassette, go down to giant screenshot, not screenshot, giant screenshot, okay? So after the screenshot's taken, you want to go to your OpenRCT2 directory. This is why I said you got to make sure you know where it is because you're going to use this directory often. There's a screenshot folder. And this is so cool. Look at this. You've got gigantic screenshots that have the kind of transparent background. Look at this. So it takes a picture of the entire park. Not only does it do that, but it also is crystal clear. It retains all of the quality so you can zoom all the way in. This giant screenshot feature, it blows my mind. Let's go back to our options menu. Virtual floor style, I don't know what this does. It has something to do with when you hold control and shift to like move objects around. I just leave it on glassy. I have no idea what it does. So if you know what it does, put a comment below and teach me. Cycling day and night. This is pretty cool. You can do this and then it cycles from light to dark. Pretty cool. And then this renders weather. You can turn off weather if you don't want it. Or you can have weather on but disable lightning. Up to you, whatever you prefer. Next, let's go to the little stopwatch. Now this is... standard language, pick your currency, pick your, you want imperial or metric or SI, I'm not sure what that is. Temperature, Fahrenheit, Celsius. You can pick all this and customize it. One thing that's kind of funny, you can create custom currency. So let's go down to a custom currency. I want to take the current symbol, I want to make it a Cody. And look over here on the bottom left. Now I've got 9,459 Codys. In fact, let's open up our park. Let's open up a merry-go-round. Beautiful music. I love it. The admission price is 1 Cody. Back to the options menu. We are here at the stopwatch. We've customized all this stuff. Do with it what you want. Next one is sound. Pretty straightforward. This is where you can choose what your output device is. You can control the master volume, you can control sound effects, you can have ride music off if you don't want it on. You can kind of customize all that. For title screen music, I recommend doing random title music because then you get to shuffle between all 3 of these and it's like these are great pieces of music. So I'd like to hear them all. Let's go to the gear icon now. So I'd recommend right out of the gate unchecking this to scroll whenever your pointer goes to the edge. So, well here, let's try this. When it's on, you bring your cursor to the end because you want to go to your other monitor. That's annoying, right? Even in windowed mode, it does that. But if you uncheck this, now you can go over to the other monitor and your game doesn't scroll to the edge of the map. So I think turning this off is fantastic. Leaving this off as well. This traps the mouse cursor where you can't go to your other screen. Doesn't really make sense to have this on if you're in windowed mode. So have this unchecked. You can invert the right mouse dragging if you are a psychopath. Leave that off, come on. Make it normal. Zoom to cursor position. This is, you're back out. You want to zoom in to the merry-go-round, put your cursor on it, and it goes right to it. this is helpful. You should leave this on. Show window buttons to the left, the little X, or the right. Also a cool thing is you can take a look at, you got some hotkeys. So you can go through here and you can customize, hotkeys if you want. So your current theme, this is, you can choose between RCT2 and RCT1 for kind of the display, right? So the old school ride menu, you've got the little buttons here, the actual lights. Cool thing as well, you can go in here and edit your themes. You can actually customize your own theme. You can set colors for just about anything, which is pretty cool. For the toolbar, I recommend just turning all this on. Mute, chat, recent messages, cheats. What? A cheat menu? Yeah, we are definitely going to go through the cheat menu here in a minute, but have all these turned on so you can get to them easily from here at the top. Next, the slide. We were here a moment ago. Title sequence, you can select your own title sequence, like what visually shows when you go to the title screen. I like to do random as well, so you get a little bit of taste of everything. Group scenario list, you can either group it by how the game would normally show it, or you can do it by difficulty. That's kind of strange, like from all the easy parks are at the top. I guess you could do that if you want to, but I think source game is fine. Enabling early scenario completion. This is pretty cool, because you can win your scenarios very quickly. It's how you do like speed runs. So you want to have this enabled. Showing real names of guests, right? So you can either have Daphne R, or you can have guest 27. So whatever you want. I think having the real names is fun. Automatically placing staff. This is really, really, really cool. So watch this. When this is checked, it's checked by default. As soon as you press hire handyman, they're in the game. They're automatically placed. You don't have to place them again. So you can hire a ton of staff and they're automatically placed. It doesn't show select location here. You just place them all, hold backspace, it's all gone. Automatically open shops and stalls. You should turn this on. This is a really cool feature. So you place a, let's see, a burger bar, whatever. Automatically it's open. You don't have to do anything extra. Default inspection interval, you can set it to whatever you want. Every 30 minutes is the default, that's fine. Lastly, the wrench. We were here earlier whenever we linked RCT1. If you're interested in debugging, you can press this here and then you get this little menu. Where is, oh, here it is, a little gear. You can take a look at the debugging console and the paint debug if you want to do that. This one here is very, very important. If you're going to be sending parks to somebody and you've got a custom object, this is going to decide if that goes with the file that you're exporting. So leave this turned on just so you don't have to worry about it. This is a multiplayer thing. This stays connected even if you, I guess, log off or close the game. I don't know. Always use system file browser. I also don't know what that does. So leave it at its default probably. Autosave. You can choose how often the game autosaves. That's pretty self-explanatory. Every 5 minutes is probably fine. You can choose how many autosaves the game retains. Now, asset packs. This is the last thing here. You do want to click on this. Make sure that all these are turned on, because then you get all the OpenRCT2 additional content. You want to make sure you're taking advantage of all the cool new stuff that they're putting into the game. So make sure all 4 of these are checked. And let's close that out. Here's our beautiful park. Let's get into some cheats. What do you say? Remember, we enabled it here. Now you got that shovel icon. This is your cheat menu. A few things. I'm going to go through all of this. Let me go down the list. We'll go to cheats last, but let's start with Tile Inspector. This allows you to make things invisible and kind of manipulate different parts of the park. Let me show you an example of this. Let's say we want to put in a Ferris wheel, but for some reason, we want the footpath to get to it to be invisible. Back to the shovel. Tile Inspector. This allows you to select a specific piece. Let's go here. You go to footpath and you simply just hide it. Now guests can still walk on it, but it's hidden. Same with this. You click on this one, footpath, hide it. You can do pretty cool stuff with Tile Inspector. Like you can make trees invisible. They're still there, but they're invisible. You can do stuff with the ride. I just clicked on this here. Look, we got track. We can you can do some really weird stuff. If you want to make an entire ride invisible, there you go. Or maybe we just want to make part of it invisible. You can do some very odd things with Tile Inspector. So beware though, because you can really jack up your game. I've done that before live on stream where I've ruined my park with Tile Inspector. Next is the object selection. Now this here is where you can essentially choose what's in your park. I recommend an auto clicker for this box because you don't want to click all this manually. So OP auto clicker is what I like to recommend. I'm going to link it in the description if you want it. You want to change this to 1 millisecond. F6 is your keyboard shortcut to start. So you can click on this, which is every type of ride. And let's actually make sure here we have everything selected. We do. All different like asset packs selected. Okay, this here shows you what's been selected, so you can deselect things, or you can go to filter, and I like to do this. It shows you only what's not been selected, so you know for sure what's not, what's not been chosen. So, put your cursor here, and let the auto clicker magic do its thing. Now you got every single ride in your park. Same with objects. You can go here. Here's theming, all that theming, all the different footpaths. You can do that like very, very quickly. Anyway, that's how you do that. And then the next thing, once you've added the objects, you got to go and make sure that they're all invented. So back to the cheat menu, inventions list. All you got to do is press move all items to the top. Boop. Now you got everything invented immediately. So you can start Forest Frontiers, and you can have access to every single object and every single ride in the game. Look at this. All the gentle rides, all the roller coasters ready to go. Back to the cheat menu. Scenario options. This is all pretty straightforward stuff. You can just customize, the scenario, right? Are you using money? What's the guest happiness and hunger and thirst and all that, their settings or whatever you want to do. You can customize all this here at any time. Here's objective selection. This is kind of same deal. What's the objective of your scenario? You can change this at any time. Now, the last thing, you got enable sandbox mode. I'm not sure what that does. You can disable support limits, so you can make things really tall. The last one is clearance checks. Disabling clearance checks is helpful for a number of reasons because you can do stuff like, here, let me give you an example. You can put a footpath right through a tree. So disabling clearance checks just allows you to do funky things with the game. You can also put, you can do like, let's put a circus right here. You can put it right on top. You don't have to worry about the limits of the original game. Like, can't place that here. There's an object here. You can place a roller coaster. How about creaky dips? Like, right there. You don't have to worry about that. Now, this can get crazy. Use discretion when doing this because it can really jack your park up. And you also want to make sure, I think it's good to turn it off when you don't need it. Now, the last thing is the actual cheat menu. So let's go here to cheats. You've got quite a bit of stuff here. I'm going to try to go through this quickly because a lot of it is self-explanatory. You can adjust your money. You can set your date. You can reset your date back to March 1st, year 1, like I just did. Here are the guest cheats. This kind of thing here is pretty cool. You can make everybody tired, and you can make everybody nauseous. Look at them all. This poor guy, everything is just terrible, and it's amazing and fun. So let's go easy on him. Happy, energetic, no hunger, no thirst, no nausea, no toilet. Happy, yay! You can ignore intensities. You can disable vandalism, which also counts as throwing up. You can disable littering. You can give everybody money. You can give everybody balloons. That's kind of fun. And you can click more than once and the colors change. It's a random color. You can give everybody a park map. You can give everybody umbrellas. But if you can charge $20 for umbrellas, why would you do that? Oh, did someone say something? Okay. You can remove all your guests if you don't want them in your park. You can spawn guests. This is a large tram. This puts 250 guests right in your park at the same time. Let's just do a bunch. Here they come. Oh, and you can make the entrance fee $1. And look, there's that animation that's beautiful, and the sound is so nice too. Yay! I beat the scenario. That's awesome. Enter my name. Okay, let's do... let's go back to the cheat menu. We've done financial cheats. We've done guest cheats. Let's go to the park cheats. So pretty simple. You can close the park. You can own all your land. See, the fence just went away. You can create ducks, which I highly recommend you do with the auto clicker. You can have your campaigns never end. You can force your park rating. So you can destroy everything, and the park is great. You can automatically win your scenario anytime you want. So let's see what else. You can just have the goal, have fun. That gets rid of your objective. So then you don't have to worry about losing a scenario. You can change weather to anything. Ooh, thunderstorm. You can disable weather, which is very handy if you're trying to film a video. Look at this. Maintenance. You can remove all trash. You can remove all vandalism. You can mow the grass. You can clear the grass. You can water all your plants. You can disable plants from withering. If you do check this, make sure you press water plants, because if you don't press this and you've already got a withered plant, it's going to stay withered. So press this before you press this. You can make your staff, this is kind of weird, watch this. You can make your staff go faster. I don't understand the use case for that. I guess they can work faster, I guess. Or you can freeze them, which also makes no sense to me. I don't get that. Allow regular path as queue, and allow special colors. Just turn these both on. Watch this. How about a scrambled eggs? Now, here is what you can do with that cheat. Here's the footpath. Now you go to the queue line. Now you've got regular path as an option. So let's do this. And that kind of looks cool. And then you have like a queue line that's just concrete. Last box here is the ride cheats. Now, again, this is pretty self-explanatory. You can fix all your rides immediately. You can renew all your rides for like money. You can set all rides to 10-minute inspections. You can reset the crash status, which is great if you're like me and you blow up everything. You can just reset it and reopen it. And honestly, the rest of these, just turn them all on. This allows you to basically do anything ever in the game. You want to have all these turned. I really do think you want to have all these turned on. You can build in pause mode. You can build any track anywhere at any time. You have all modes of operation for pretty much any ride. You can do anything, and this is, if you're someone like me, this is great for creating total chaos. So watch this. Twist. Let's close this down. How about this? Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's say, let's go to the ride mode and look at all these wonderful modes. How about upward launch mode? And let's do launch speed of very fast. Is this even going to do anything? Oh! It exploded! So you can do some really cool stuff. Let's go back to, what was it, twist mode or whatever? Rotation mode? Normal mode? Where you got the people that aren't going on it because it's not safe. Let's get some cheats up in here. Reset crash status. And look at that number getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then people are getting in line for it. See, aren't cheats amazing? The only thing I would caution you on this last section here, disabling vehicle limits. This can do some crazy stuff with a ride. Let's do Steel Wild Mouse. Flying Dutchman, just so any random ride. Now, if you have disabled vehicle limits turned on, watch this. You don't want that, right? So, if you want to be able to disable the vehicle limits, just make sure that you do it manually for each ride that you build, and then you'll be fine. So, I'll tell you what, we have a fantastic park going on here, but we need some more things here. We need some plugins. I'm going to show you how to get some awesome plugins. Let's close the game. Okay, so plugins. This website here, OpenRCT2plugins.org. This is probably the best place to get plugins. Funny thing is, there's so many in here that I don't use most of these. Take some time if you want and browse through this site. I'm going to put the link in the description. My favorite plugin is the OpenRCT2 Price Manager. So, if you want to download a plugin, click on it. It gives you installation steps here. So you click on the file. It's a .js file. My computer doesn't trust OpenRCT2. That's fine. Let's click keep. So you're going to go to the little folder icon here. Now this Price Manager, this is our JavaScript file. You're going to right click and you're going to copy. We're going to go to the location. Remember, you got to know where it's installed. Documents, OpenRCT2. There is a plugin folder. It's already been created. You'll see it's empty. And you're going to paste that in. So now that plugin is gonna run with the game. Let's open up RCT2. Let's open the game up. And let's go to my awesome park. We're back in it. Now, when you click on the little map icon here, whoops, click and hold, you'll see Price Manager. This thing is so cool. So what this does is this will raise the price of every single ride to the highest price that a guest will pay for it. And watch it automatically calculate here. Let's go to this roller coaster here. 11.6 Codys. So it automatically calculates, and it's going to continually refresh. Here's the scrambled eggs here. You'll see 20 Codys. People will pay 20 Codys to ride this ride. Holy cow. Pretty cool thing here. It automatically calculates how much they're willing to pay. And that way you don't have to ever worry about pricing your rides again. It automatically does it. So any plugins will be here in this drop-down menu. I'm going to pause the game. There are other versions of the Price Manager. It looks like maybe Ride Price Manager is the one I should have gotten. That might be the one that's got the most stars. But anyway, next let's do custom objects. I'm going to take you to anydesigns.com. So go to RCT2 objects and click on it. And you're going to see new, A to Z, frequency, and then downloads. I would click on downloads. What we got? Ooh, a McDonald's. That's cool. So you click on the object, click download. It's going to give you the DAT file. All you do is take that, copy it, and then go to your OpenRCT2 directory. Let's go to object. We'll paste it. All right, let's see if it works in the game. Start a new park. Let's do Six Flags Over Texas. Or should I say Six Flags Cedar Point? I don't know what's going on with that thing. I'm not sure exactly where this is. So let's just invent everything. Sometimes you got to go searching for what you want. There it is. McDonald's. Perfect. Look at that. Okay. So, custom objects. There you go. Again, you kind of have to... You kind of got to find where they are. Doesn't always tell you, so you may have to do some digging and kind of clicking through the different menus to find that object that you just downloaded. Let's do how to import a saved park from someone else. And I will link this in the description for you, nedesigns.com. But RCT Go is a great website. People can upload parks here. And I picked this one here by... RCT92 Plur22. So thank you very much, RCT92 Plur22, for this park. We're going to use it. Victoria Falls Over the Edge. This looks awesome. So the park, the file format is in a .park. You just take this file, go to the directory. Again, there's a folder designated for saves. Here's my awesome park. We're going to paste it in over the edge. Okay. Now let's close all this junk. Open up the game. Let's go to the load a file, and there it is, over the edge. Let's check this out. Whoa, this is cool. This is beautiful. Wow, this is cool. Dinghy slide. I love the color here. And then the waterfall here. This is beautiful. This is awesome. Very, very good job, OpenRCT2. I hope you're out there somewhere, and I hope you watch this video. But your park is awesome. Another cool thing, if this park was exported with any custom objects, they are now your custom objects. They install automatically into your game, and now you've got them. So you can load up a new park and use those custom objects. So kind of a cool way to get custom objects is just to, if you find someone that's got them, have them send you the park. And there you go. So here's what we've covered so far. We've covered how to install RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 and RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, how to map OpenRCT2 to those games. We've gone over some preferences and some settings that I recommend for you. We've covered all the cheats in the game. We've covered custom objects, custom plugins, custom park imports. We've covered pretty much everything I can think of. There is so much more to this game than even what I know how to do. So what I'm hopeful for is that now you followed along and now you have the game installed and you can play and have fun and make something cool and make something explode maybe. But I really hope that this video has helped you. Would love if this has been helpful. And honestly, I want to know if you've made it all the way through the video and you're watching, will you type, I made it all the way through the end of this video? Just put that in the comments. I just want to see like who's made it all the way to the end. And then post in the comments if this worked. Like, did you get it installed? Did it work? If you're having trouble, post a comment. I want to make sure that any technical stuff that we get worked out for you so you can play this awesome game. I hope this has been a great video. Please like the video if you're still watching and it's been a helpful video. Please like the video. That would be helpful. And also please subscribe. If you're new to the channel, you haven't really checked me out too much, please subscribe. I make awesome videos. I hope they're awesome. Would love to have you join our community. I've also got a Patreon that's linked below. If you want to support me, I really need it. So please consider supporting. Now watch this video. It's a really good video, I hope. It's RollerCoaster Tycoon, most likely. I don't know what it's going to be there, but it's going to be a video in there. So please watch it next. Hope you have a great day. Bye.